And we have Zep against Luigi Fan as well, which
Indeed.
both pretty solid players, so it's interesting to see how they're playing the map. That's not a good opening hand from Zep.
No, it's not. That is to say the least, a little choppy.
Yeah, he probably would want to play the Charger here, but that's not a card you really want to play on turn 1. While Luigi Fan has a really good opener of Harmony. And Zep is not drawing any big cards so far.
Yeah, no, this is a very, very rough start. You see, he is trying his hardest to try to get something. I think he's considering going offensively here, which when you
He kind of has to at this point.
small card after small card, that's all it feels like. Oh, we got Splatter Sculler.
Which
No,
I guess is a bigger
you have
card.
to use it. You have to use it in this situation. If he doesn't use it, it's going to be really easy for Luigi fans just to break through.
Yeah, you have to play a bit more defensively at this point, because otherwise you're just gonna get completely overwhelmed by Luigi Fan.
The thing is, we need to figure out what is the safest setup to be able to get a block.
He probably wants to do it a big bit behind, because yeah, the Charger can pierce through very easily.
Yeah. Now all the good cards are starting to come in, but we are in a very, very dire situation.
For sure, for sure. We might see Zep try to like collect some special to try to break in, but he doesn't even really have a lot of options for that either. Definitely not the start you want to see on your diamond brackets.
No. This is nerve-wracking for anybody.
And Zep is finally getting some bigger cards with the Shelly and Duddy, but it might be a bit too little too late.
Yeah, no, we are starting off in a very, very rickety position here.
Better play might be to like get the Toxic Mist on top to try to collect some special and maybe try to aggro in later.
Yeah, no, this is definitely the best call here. Shelly Donnie is kind of worthless. Harmony's here. It does look like we have a Harmony combo that can be set up, which is really useful. And that was probably why that E-Leader was put up in that specific way.
It's like probably not one of his intended combos, of course, but Harmony and the Flat Charger do combo really well together.
It's a better combo than nothing.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Zep is just trying to collect some special, trying to make anything of this match at this point. But that doesn't really seem to be any good way to go and get in it anymore.
Finally gonna go for the Harmony, that is one piece. If we drop the small fry, that will be 2 more.
That will be too much special, yeah.
I mean, if we can find a way to break into that, yeah, that little corner with the ink back. I'm sure a piece is about to be dropped there, but if Luigi Fan is not anticipating something, that could be an excellent moment to cause some very, very intense disruption.
That would be a very strong play. But however, he did also play at the Spanish corner screen earlier, and getting the ink fact now means he would have no special left for the late game.
We do have a bit of special building up at the end, though, so it could be possible that we save up for a 5 or 6 point special. Because we do have a lot of pieces still kind of lying around. It might be a bit of a stretch. That back would have actually been a great play here.
Yeah.
Especially
that
with
definitely
the
would have worked out
coming in.
Can he get in with the ballpoint or the
Ooh, are we gonna go with Shelly and Donnie? I like this plan. I like this plan.
That might be a really good play to try to disrupt, but ooh, he got
Oh!
the gnarly Eddie just in time to block it off.
Yeah. Really needed to go for the ink vac just a turn before. But the match isn't over yet. We are at literally a 1-point difference.
But also at the same time a 4 special point difference, which can be very big.
Yeah. But if Zeb can get at least one more special point in the next couple turns, he does get the 312 to play.
Yeah, exactly. So it might be a bit closer than we previously anticipated, but it still looks very rough for Zeb at this moment.
If this does not go Zeb's way, I'm pretty confident that not going for the ink vac is what costed him. Like, the gnarly Eddie would have gone down regardless, but he would have been able to steal so much of that turf with, like, an 11 or a 10, or clash with the 15 to just cause some disruption.
Exactly.
And then
like, just to get at least something on the boards.
And then we wouldn't be stuck on the pass here. Because he would still have the harmony to put over there. Or, like, the small fry.
Exactly. But at this point, the difference just seems too big to overcome.
Yeah. I think this... We're going to open up quick. We're going to open up strong. And with a quick, strong, like, a great case, a friendly reminder of how important it is, especially when you are disadvantaged, when you're starting off with a bad hand, how important it is to shift your focus in your game plan to ultimately be aggression.
For sure. And I do think that Zeb did a very good job of trying to play aggressive and collect the special. But his starting cards were just very hard to play with.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, as soon as he had that, like, that ink vac literally changed this game. Which sucks when you don't make a play like that and you lose as a result, but, like, that's Tableturf.
And we get to see one of the new maps now. They're going to Over the Line. It's very interesting to see how they're going to play this new map, since there hasn't really been a lot of meta development able to happen yet.
Quickly building up 2 special. We have a 2 special card. Pearl could just get dropped right now, and he could just start causing interference. I actually want to see that happen. Yeah, no, just do it. Just do it. Like, this seems like a defensive stage, but there is definitely a really good aggressive opportunity. If you quickly do something like drop a flutter like that.
I do agree. I think, like, going for the special right away, you put, like, the opponent very much on the backline if they don't block it.
Yeah.
And he would have gotten away with it too.
Well, half of it would be still safe for Luigi Fan to really work with. I mean, Luigi doesn't have any special yet, so he can't really do anything. And then this is gonna get blocked now. Again, like, I respect these plays, but it feels like Zeb's just being a little too safe right now and is getting really punished for just being a turn late with these aggressive plays.
I agree. If he went for the special earlier, that would have been, like, very dangerous for him. For Luigi Fan to try to combo when Zeb is right in the base.
That said, it's not too, like, Zeb is still a bit behind on points, but, like, he's got the special lead still. We do have that really nice little Jug combo. I think dropping the Tent Attack might actually be a smarter play here, because it more effectively walls out that area from being contested. Granted, there's not really much that can be done right now, even if a special was to be popped by a Luigi Fan.
Exactly, there's not that many cards that could really get into Zeb's base. Well, even though Luigi Fan could just go for his 312, try to go in with his Polaris on the screen, which could be an interesting play to see if Luigi Fan has it.
Ooh.
And we do actually see the Polaris, we do see the screen.
There's not much room for disruption here still, but, I mean, Cards are on the table.
There is now space to play cards.
And
But the
definitely, there's a little bit more
Viper
room
definitely
for,
combos.
There's a little bit more room for Luigi than there is for Zeb. And that's a little bit of a scary place to be.
At the same time, Zeb also has a lot more special points at this point. But that
That is
Viper
true.
deco definitely closes the gap in that sense.
That also
So this could really go either way.
that also said, like, Zeb literally needs all that special, because look at this point difference. It is 18. We're using a 3-8 special just to even the score. Maybe not even. That's so awkward. That's just so unfortunate. It's like,
At the same time, he's also putting a special point. Ooh, that's a very nice Emperor spot.
that was a really good one. And all of a sudden now that special point difference, it's gone.
It's completely gone. It's definitely a Luigi fan's favor at this point. Will Zeb be able to recover from this?
We've got 3 turns left. We've got lots of room to see if we've got some phenomenal combos to play. It is entirely possible. But yeah, no, Luigi Fan had a stellar base combo for this second game.
But that is a really good striker spot from the Zeb.
Okay, never. Yeah, no. Luigi Fan had a that's about as perfect as you can get for a first game. For like this early in with base building. Like, look at this thing. Aside
That's
from the
very
disruption
efficient.
Zeb has put, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's six spaces in his base that are unused. And because
very impressive with the deck that early on in the metagame, with like how new the map is. But will it be enough?
And because of how Zeb has already tried to invade but not really successfully done any true pressure, there's just spaces in the main base that Luigi Fan can very safely reclaim. Final
But the
turn,
question
and
is,
we need. Oh, that's a perfect. That does help.
that's a perfect screen. But does Luigi Fan have anything to special at this point? Surely he should have something.
Even a Splatana right through that middle part would be perfect. I think this would work just fine.
I think that's the game for Luigi Fan.
Yeah, that's another game
By
for
9
Luigi.
points. Definitely a very efficient base building from Luigi Fan. Very impressive to see how he built the deck.
Yeah, no, that was a really well-built deck. And we see, I'm not saying, Zeb definitely has had time to plan things out, but, seeing that play these games, the first one was bad luck, but this second one is just hard. Luigi Fan has been, labbing.
Absolutely.
He has been ruminating, calculating, figuring things out.
It's definitely, spent a lot of time preparing for this tournament.
Even makes the note, I spent too long labbing my base combos there. We can see it. We could count the squares you missed. That says a lot.
Exactly.
That's like autism levels of base building.
And now we're going to X marks the garden.
Taking a step back. We're taking a breather here. We're going somewhere a little more comfy and cozy. Zeb has a little bit of an interesting opening hand. I don't think he got the cards he's looking for.
I don't think that's the opening hand he wants to see.
Especially when a Shiver comes in on the opposite end. There's a Dynamo!
There's the Dynamo, 1 turn too late.
Not really a good way to set it up for defense. Oh, please don't do that. Please do not do that. That is...
I don't hate that, actually.
That does literally nothing. Or it might do, like, granted, there's very few ways I can see right now where it can be used well. Like, there's always a way in for Luigi on the left side. On the right side... Oh! Oh, that is a disgusting captain.
That's a very good place for the captain. Blocking off, like, basically both the middle and the left side for Zeb. At the same time, the Dynamo mostly blocked off the right sides.
Mostly, but knowing how we've seen Luigi fans so far, he's had the better luck, and he's also had the cards to answer these kind of questions.
Exactly.
It does make a try, a cheeky little try, but Ouroboros is going to be able to successfully ensure that that portion is claimed. Really important, was really good play for Zeb just to go and take that. As much as he wanted to, I mean, he still has the other combo that he was looking at that he can still play.
But now the question is, can Zeb get in on the left sides? Or is it just like completely free real estate for Luigi fan? And I don't see a way for Zeb to get in at this point.
No. Luigi's kind of safe to start base building and playing his combos. Oh my goodness, is he trying to break in even more? That is vile, dude. That's mean. We're going to see a nice denial coming in from Zeb. If we place that there, the dualies, I think he wants to drop the dualies now just so that it's not risked to be lost.
Exactly. It is unfortunately the wrong dualies for this specific scenario. Since he's only getting 2 special instead of the third one.
Unless Luigi is playing very greedy and tries to take that little bit of a corner, which honestly I would respect.
I can see it happen for sure.
But what piece would even fit in that corner for Luigi?
Not much, I think. But we'll see Luigi just play the hero shots, playing it safe.
Absolutely valid.
Which makes sense because there's not really that much to risk from Zeb.
Despite the tension, despite how much is sectioned off, Luigi is actually, or Zeb is actually in the lead. And if he makes the right catch here, this could be a paramount play to be able to break in and start stealing some very valuable turf. Ooh, we get it!
He does get in for free, basically.
Immediately
Which means
running
this
in
game
with
is
the
wide
Rainmaker.
open right now.
Yeah. No, this is incredibly needed because this means that, like, as we're sitting, Zeb has a 1-point lead, and he really wants to be able to hold on to that lead as much as possible. And
Exactly.
Being able to contest the last remaining area is going to ensure that can happen. Oh, if he just went for the 12, he would have actually gotten so much off of that.
But most of Luigi fans' combos are now probably disrupted because of that play either way.
Trying to find a way to potentially get Rainmaker and the glue goes in, but that's going to be really big. That's a little bit more points for Zeb before he also gets locked down into passing. With at least a 9-point lead and getting a special off of that play, we have a couple of cards that if he lucks out and he draws them, he can still play. So hopefully we only have to endure one pass. And Luigi might be in a position where he has to perform a second pass here, because
There's not much space left to play cards.
yeah, you're literally playing stuff like Sprinkler, like fix 'em up cards in a lot of places here just to get anything going.
Exactly. But Luigi fan already played the Sprinkler earlier to try the aggro. And it might backfire at this point, where he can't use it to combo with the Shiver.
Yeah. Oh, we are going to go aggro, trying to break in get a special in exchange. Do we get a piece that can be played in that corner? No!
Ooh,
I
it
think
can't be played.
I
That's
think,
unfortunate.
yeah, I think this is Luigi's fans' chance to really close out this game. If he has something that can be played in that little pocket. No, he doesn't!
But it doesn't seem like it. And Zeb does get the Octo Stamp.
I like playing the Octo Stamp aggressively. Specifically just to kind of like, that's 8 points, you get one more special, and then you get the 312. It's
Exactly.
compared to just going for the Harmony. Well, that's 15,
But hold up.
30. That's 34, where this is 8.
But Luigi Fan doesn't have enough special to actually hit a 312 at this point.
Ooh, that's huge, actually. Is this gonna be it? Is this gonna be our chance? It is! And Zeb clings on to life.
Despite that very bad opener, Zeb was able to win that game.
I did the math. The Octo Stamp in neutral and then playing a Harmony would have actually been better.
Probably slightly.
But
But there's also the question of if there is the space for the Harmony to get like good special anyway.
that's true. Like, I'm talking optimized. Getting Octo Stamp is pretty easy to optimize, so it's not as it's a little more reliable to do, especially when it was triple splashdown. But if you could find an optimized Harmony, then 100% a neutral Octo Stamp into Harmony.
Yeah, it's slightly better. It's a very minimal difference between the two. And we're going to Lakefront.
I love the titles of these two. We got the Law-Breaking Tableturf Battler and the Panicky Tableturf Battler. Like, I can imagine why Luigi's panicky if we got someone breaking the law right across the table. Just doing illegal stuff.
Exactly. And we see a brand new card here in Pearl as an opener. One of the first 18 size cards in the game. Slightly bigger than the one he previously had.
I wonder how, aside from being the new big thing, I wonder how these new cards are going to like shake up the meta. Have you seen anything that you've been like, yeah, no, this card is absolutely good?
I do think that both Pearl and Marina are pretty good cards. Both because they're size 18 cards. And they are like, and their special points are like relatively easy to activate as well. So I can definitely see both of them seeing a lot of play.
Woo!
A very aggro turn too on the Splat Charger there.
I love that artwork. Look at Flo. Look how pretty she is.
And look at Kraymont sitting on their heads.
Yeah, no, that is a card of all time. That's just one of those cards that I look at. I'm like, no, I have to put that in all my decks.
Oh.
Ooh, good block from both players.
But Zeb might actually be able to break through. Just barely.
With something else, perhaps, but we are going to make just a safe call and try to take up more standard turf without having to make any risky, awkward plays. Definitely a good time to just go for the Gootuber because it's probably not going to happen, especially since the Splatter Scope just got played. But if you drop the Gootuber or something there just to combo with, you might as well. You get lots of points, you get your 2 special. And there was another charger, so that was the correct call.
And he was able to block it off with the Gutsu, but just barely.
Honestly, I respect the crab tank here.
I think that's a very good grab tank, actually.
I think the crab tank is what you want to do here. You just drop it there. Sometimes you just have to play your 312 in neutral. And I honestly see this as one of those play cases where it's just like...
Exactly. Like, that's the only really contested space left in the map. And this way you also, like, prevent your opponent from using this space to get their own turf.
Mm-hmm. And since it's a 12, if they play small, then you take up all the space, and you're not losing much. But if they play big, you're stealing some of their space as well. Or if they just play over there, then you've just completely shut down that turf. And you still have room to drop a Marigold. Of all
Which fits
things.
there perfectly. But there's no rush to play it right away, so... There's definitely a point to make to, like, get a special point closer to Luigi fan's base and try to special from there later.
I just realized something stupid.
What up?
Marigold is the perfect card for Zeb. If Zeb is a law-breaking Tableturf player, Marigold is, if I remember the lore correctly, Marigold is a criminal.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's a bit vague on the lore.
But
it sounds like something that we might be able to learn in Splatoon 4. Coming to the next Nintendo system one day, probably, maybe, I guess.
Indeed. Marigold be really good play here. We get one special, and then we're just set up for the Tentatek to get 2 more special on the next turn. Really clean,
Exactly.
And you get 15 points off of this.
Exactly. Zeb is in a really good position right now. And we see that Luigi fan has to pass now because there's no space left to play any cards.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so we've got the Marigold and the Gnarly Eddie as two options for, like, good combo plays in base.
Exactly. It's something we see a lot in lakefronts. Since both, like, fit very nicely and got... fit very nicely with the starting square. So we definitely see a lot of people play to, like, defend their own base and then play the Marigolds. Just as we saw right here Zeb doing.
Now we're at the 3-turn phase. We have so much... You got 6 special here. It is entirely possible that Zeb could have a 3-play combo. A 3-special combo come on through here. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm saying
looking
it's possible.
Looking at the board, it seems very difficult to do, but maybe there might be some spot where you could actually do it.
I feel like if anything can do it, it would be expensive and would thus mean you can't do the 3-special combo, is you use the Gnarly Eddie to get those 2 pieces. And I think that's what he's looking at too. But it doesn't look like Gnarly Eddie is quite that generous.
But he has to watch out that he doesn't time out. Which probably wouldn't be a big deal, but...
In such a lead, safe to pass. He doesn't
Definitely.
know exactly what to do. Now we got even more special. He just needs 1. So this Gnarly Eddie can be very clean.
And this would work, like... Not like that. Like, you don't even need a perfect Gnarly Eddie at this point. It's just good enough for it to work.
You just drop the Gnarly Eddie somewhere. You drop the 312 somewhere. And you go get yourself a nice slice of pizza. Because you're at a 20-point lead. Like, Luigi Fen needs a perfect play to be able to win, almost. And Zeb would have to pass.
But Zeb has a really good splatter card on the screen, so it looks like we're going to game 5.
Indeed. And unfortunately for Luigi, like, those first 2 games, well, especially the second game, like, the over the line, that looked like a really good deck. I know for a fact he would love to go back there, but because he won, he is not going to be allowed to revisit it.
Exactly.
I didn't even see where we're going. It looks like...
We're going back to X. But just where Luigi fan lost, actually, so a very interesting counterpick for sure.
I feel like he's a little bit smarter about what he needs to do. Doesn't
And
have
there's our
the
first
shiver.
Dino moment of the day.
Yeah. Let's see how many more we can get.
And Zeb actually got his openers this time, so let's see how much better it's gonna go this time.
A opener. It doesn't look. All the other cards that he would want for like opening plays to section off, like, don't seem to be here. The Takaraka seems like it'll kind of work. It's not going to work
The
as well as the
Stewie
Steel
100% works. And I think at this point you probably want to play a big card in the middle to contest the middle spots.
If we're doing the Rainmaker, we're anticipating a even bigger card being dropped in the middle by Luigi.
Exactly.
I feel like Luigi, knowing how Luigi's been, I feel like he might actually go straight to base building. So it might be safer to just drop the big card.
I think playing the big card here is the better play either way.
Yeah.
Because if Luigi plays the big card and you don't, then you're in a really bad position.
Ooh. Oh, look how snug they are!
They're very comfortable together there. Do you maybe want to like turn around the Emperor a bit? Exactly like that.
That looks really
It depends
nice.
on if he has the cards for it to activate both special at some point. And I'm also curious to see what the base combos actually are. Like Rainmaker is not a card we see a lot of, so I'm curious to see how it works.
Yeah, what kind of field that requires or you benefits from the Rainmaker? Like, it seems like the kind of card that you really need to just you build around that.
Exactly. The Rainmaker doesn't seem to fit on the side, so it remains to be seen how he wants to use it. And this is probably the point where both players are gonna start base building.
They kind of need to at this point. We do have a couple opportunities for if a special or two got gained. Zeb is not in a good position to really play aggressively or try to claim. But, yeah, okay, that's going to close out any chance for Luigi fan to play aggressively also. So now we're definitely just base building.
Exactly. It seems like a very nice chill base building moment at this point. But Luigi fan might still be able to like actually go on the sides on the right if he has the cards for it. Since there are a lot of cards that could fit there. But we can also see Luigi fans special in at this point. Trying to disrupt Seb's base combos. And that's almost kind of what we're seeing.
Yeah. Drop the Gluga there. It fills up space, but you're definitely, unless you have
definitely
like an
want
Octopod, there's no way you're gonna be able to get any of those specials. Let's see. I don't. In the brief moments I'm looking at this hand, I don't see anything that actually combos on that.
I don't think he has anything, yeah, so he might just like want to play the cards. Just have something.
Yeah, just to get something there. Especially when there's a ball-blowing Splatling coming in, you kind of just want to win the contention there.
Exactly. And it seems like Zeb at this point is just waiting for his jack-loaded cards. Which I believe is the 10th umbrella.
Yeah, no, I see that now. We're on the final few turns. There's not much room to really do anything. Trying to hope for that Splat Charger to fit there, but unfortunately, because of that Splatling from before, it no longer works, which means that those 3 special are essentially kaput.
But there are some other places with the Harmony where it fits quite nicely, actually. But it just kind of depends on what the best spot for it is at this point.
You know Zeb is praying for that Tent Umbrella for the next... on the next
No, you don't want to
turn.
do that. You don't want to give it to give 2 special to the opponents. But I think that's probably the best spot at this point.
At this point,
And when you do give Luigi Fan the special, I don't think it's too big of a deal. And he's not getting it.
now Zeb needs to do something that gets 3 special, or we're dropping the 312 now, and we're just gonna drop the Tent Umbrella next turn. Oh no!
Exactly. And I think that's what he has to go for at this point.
Yeah. It's not a good move. It can easily bite him in the butt, but at this point, that's probably the best move you can come up with. That one seems that fits well. I think that's good.
That's a good spot. But maybe if you point it up, I don't think it fits upward, so I think that's probably the best spot. But to be fair, Luigi Fan didn't get his combos either perfectly. So this might end up being really close.
Yeah. Luigi's got 5-piece and does have a special right in the heart of Zeb's stuff. There's a lot of room to find a really optimized special here, and I'm sure Luigi is trying to find like the literal best, because they need to get a clean 20 points on this. If they get 20 points with ties, so they need 21 points, technically 22.
And
Will that be enough?
that might be enough. We just have to see.
And it
Nice
is!
3 points. Wow. A very close first set here on the day. And Luigi Fan takes it.
That was a tense bout for how unfortunate a lot of luck was. Like, that was an exceptionally close back and forth.
It really was.